Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Duffy Duck here once again, and I'm Chip here, we're back for the Maxi Toys, and welcome back to the last play of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for the Nintendo Wii. It's the last episode that we actually did manage to claim a trophy at Cosmos Circuit, even though we did that pretty okay on that, well, except for Triple Jump and Vaults, because these two events are pretty much, we haven't exactly, doing pretty well on that particular event. And so for this video, now we're going to be heading to the Galaxy Circuit, and then, yeah, so that's all I can think of. Well, the Galaxy Circuit contains the exact same 4 events, including the fencing event is now finally back from, since the, I think since, Sunlight Circuit, but with a new event in the lineup is, Dream Platform, and also Dream Race to make a return as well. So, since last time we did actually use Princess Peach from the last video, we can actually go ahead and select, let's pick Amy Rose. Yeah, because she was the all-around, type character. So, before we actually discuss about some certain things throughout in this playthrough, including some other, episodes on that particular LP as well, that, you know when, me and Piglet already said that how, Link was supposed to be the final guest character? Although I will say that we're totally lying, because, well, apparently we have ourselves yet another guest in the Maxi Toys department, and then she was going to be, appearance in a later video, so, yeah, I totally forgot about that, naturally. So, why don't you all introduce yourselves? Hi, I'm the protectors of the galaxies, even though for the cosmos anyway. My name is Rosalina. So, how you boys been doing? Well, pretty fine, thank you. And then, yeah, if you guys can tell already for her voice that, her name was actually Rosalina, that she was gonna be the first ever Mario girl character, join into the Maxi Toys department. And then, she'll actually just know about some certain stuff about our channel, so that, well, Chip will actually trying to concentrate on table tennis at the moment. Yes, 2 points. Okay, I'm gonna have to make all the way up to 11 points. Okay, got it. So anyway though, so yeah, Rosalina, how was, your experience of, the Maxi Toys so far? Have you actually, really enjoyed watching those? Yeah, I do really love that. Are you kidding me? What happened here? Chip just actually got out by basically just let the ping pong go, not land on the table itself. I used to remember that, how in, the Rio 2016 Olympic Games installment, that, I was actually on there. Yeah, I know that, right? I figure you're actually on specifically on rhythmic gymnastics events. On the 3DS version it was hoop, and then the Wii U version actually contains clubs, rhythmic clubs. Which basically means it's just like a sticks or something, and you can use them to, you know, basically imagine if you actually be playing a drum, and then, stuff like that. I suppose that's probably true, so, yeah. So, what's your, experience of, our channel? Are you kidding me? I did that too early. Just concentrate, okay? Anyway, so, how was your experience of, the Maxi Toys videos have you watched so far? Well, I recently saw your, Mario and Sonic in the Olympic Games playthrough at this point, and I actually kinda liked it though. Originally though, we did technically done this back in 2013, but, back in, it was at, May, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's May. That, all that happens is the fact that the quality itself is really bad. Like, the camera quality is way too rubbish, like, the Buzzer Beat camera that we originally used since, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe PlayStation 2 version playthrough, and as well as, the Princess and the Frog for the Nintendo DS. We might actually do a redo on that at some point, but I don't want to actually remove a lot of views, because so far that we actually got into 66,000 views, which is quite a lot considering now how we almost at, well, let's say halfway through for 100,000 views. So that might be pretty irritating to say the least. Oh, okay, that's quite incredible actually. And then, have you ever saw the crappiest YouTube channel called the Maxi 10? For what I've heard, it was actually pretty dull in comparison. Yeah, because of that, he constantly borrowing some dialogues from other YouTubers, which is considerably stupid if I say so for myself. And then also, from what I've heard, that he constantly like gains a little overreacting certain points or another, which. And plus he constantly making himself shorter videos, and also the dialogue is so awkward. Oh gosh, almost there to 3 points, almost at 11 points right now. Come on Chip, you can do this. So is this table tennis then? Yeah, basically that that in order to actually make whoever gets 11 points in this version of table tennis, whoever makes it up to 11 points wins. Whilst unlike the ones in the London 2012 Olympic Games, that in order to actually get 5 points is the winner. And the Rio 2016 Olympic Games version, that whoever gets up to 6 points wins. Quite weird for having that number though. Okay, match point. Let's see if I can actually pass for this. What? Come on, that does not count. That is definitely not an out. I should have got there. Anywho, so yeah. So what do you think of our channel so far, Rosalina? Well, I've remembered that the old channel is actually a bit better than Maxi 10's comparison, just because, you know, obviously, I think from what I've heard, you guys do have a capture card right now. Yeah, and we're still using it even to this day. It makes it a bit much better quality in comparison to the camera itself. Yeah, because we're just getting old with camera recording setup. Although, the only time we actually got a camera from is to record 3DS footage. Well, luckily though, in the Nintendo Wii U downloading eShop download department, now I can actually record some eShop downloading DS games like Mario Kart DS, New Super Mario Bros. And Mario Party DS onto the Wii U, so that I can just use the capture card software to actually just record it from that method. But unfortunately though, that we have to actually start all over again for the files to actually get everything right, so that we can actually just do some playthroughs on that. Well, recently on our own time, that we actually did manage to complete Mario Kart DS in my own time, so that I can actually you know, do a playthrough on. Sorry for really awkward silence here, because I was simply tired. Well, don't be so tired though, Duffy, let's be honest. That was fine by me. Well, you're doing pretty good at this, Chip. Yeah, the thing is though, is because he was actually concentrating really hard, and even practicing a lot. Especially when, since this was called Galaxy Circuit after all that we're about to be hit into, that, Galaxy, although the Masters class though, it's probably still is the hardest class in the game, so that I wonder how Chip can actually just manage to make himself a flawless victory, especially when he was trying to claim himself an emblem, which actually retains or requires 11 points -0 points for the computer opponents, which if he managed to pull this off, then I would be pretty impressed to actually get that. Do you really think so about that? Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, a few things I want to mention about certain stuff is that, recently, during the past few days, since, 22nd of July, now they actually bring out some new Sonic stuff. Has been announced. Not one new Sonic game, but 2 Sonic games is about to be announced during that sometime in 2017. Well, not this year though, just because Sonic Boom Fire and Ice is on its way during that September sometime. But these 2 games, these 2 new Sonic games announced, which are Sonic Mania, which consists of returning from the 2D classic Sonic, or in this case a classic Sonic Experience, which I really did miss those days, because even then, since 2012's Sonic 4 Episode 2, well, it did have some mixed reviews on some critics out there that Episode 2 might actually be one of the weakest of the Sonic 4 episodes logically, or episode related. But even then though, yes! I got it perfect! I got it perfect, baby! Oh wow, I'm actually quite impressed with you. Oh wow, I have to congratulate you for that. Because yes, if you actually get 11 points rather than letting the computer opponents get a point, you get yourselves an emblem. So here it is.
Emblem awarded.
You get a ping pong emblem. So basically for table tennis, by basically getting 1 or 11 points dash 0 for the other opponent. Anyways, the next event we'll be hitting to is 4 times 100 meter freestyle swimming. So once again, we have to require some team going on. So we'll actually disconnected the nunchuck. So we're just gonna have to use those special tokens. So teammates are Princess Peach, Knuckles, and Mario.
In lane 6.
And Amy's swimming technique is breaststroke. She has the breaststroke swimming technique just like Wario's. So yeah. For Sonic Mania, as far as the actual game itself, well, Chip actually trying to concentrate on this as well, that somehow it feels very similar to how it does it for Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. Like, it did actually bring back some elemental shields, thank freaking god, because even then though, since 12, isn't it? No, 22 years ago, since Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that it actually first introduced the elemental shields for electric shield, bubble shield, and a flame shield. That it will be really handy for you if you're actually trying to get into certain stuff. But I'm really happy that how the elemental shields, mostly the electric shield and the bubble shield, has been returned, which I was so glad. And also, not to mention that there are going to be 3 playable characters, just like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which are, as usual, Sonic the Hedgehog and Tails, which Tails always been playable in the newer versions of countless Sonic games since then, like Sonic CD, the HD version of Sonic CD, and as well as the Christian Whitehead versions of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 on the Apple devices, and then he did also make his appearance in Sonic 4 Episode 2, and then now they actually bring Tails back again in Sonic Mania, and then about time since Sonic Advance 3, since they oh god, we came third. So this means we although we still managed to get ourselves so many points, but I guess we didn't catch up to that right. Oh, surprisingly, Team Sonic actually claims himself a world record. But we're tied for Sonic though, for points amount. And I believe the next event you're about to be hit into is fencing, isn't it? Yup, individual Ali. So, let's see how we can actually catch up to the score point system so that we can actually claim ourselves a trophy from right here. We remembered that a long time ago, back in 2013, that we did actually play as Bowser in that older version of this playthrough. That somehow we did not claim that trophy at all, because even then though, some of these computer opponents, again, they were super tough. They're the ones in the advanced class and beginners class, so that these guys doing really good. So anyway though, and then they actually bring back Knuckles from the 2D gameplay department since Sonic Advance 3 and Sonic Boom Shadow Crystals, although mainly Shadow Crystal did only have the 3D models and all that, but not 2D sprites. Well, thankfully though, Knuckles do make a playable character once again since Sonic Advance 3 for the 2D Sonic series, which I'm really glad about that, because after 12 years ago, that he'll become a player. Oh god, it looks like Amy Rose is gonna compete against with Sonic on fencing after all that, when Sonic kept running away from Amy for likely to be like, Sonic, I'm really desperately loving you. And then Sonic's thinking like, oh sorry Amy, I don't have time for you. But then Amy decides to think that, oh, I'm gonna get you, Sonic. Anyway, all the more than likely just have ourselves a little bit of a, I won't say breakup, but it's just the fact that Amy so desperately loves Sonic, or as always. Oh god. We did get perfect. Yeah, which we didn't get an emblem for that. If only if that Sonic doesn't get like block attack on us or praying. So this might actually be a final time to actually just to be doing swimming, and as well as the original fencing, so that we can actually just move on to the Dream version until later. But that'll be for the later videos during time. So, yeah, there we go. We claimed first place there. So, yeah, pretty sweet. So, we actually got 26 points all in all. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. Now we move on to Dream Race. So, I wonder how if we can actually claim ourselves a victory on that. I don't know, we'll just have to find out. And I'm pretty sure all of these opponents did actually use all of the tokens, so I don't think we don't have to worry about this right now. Yeah, as far as I can remember that correctly. So here's Amy Rose in lane 1. And we're about to get started from the get-go.
Get set.
Alright, let's see if we can do this. Now! Alright. Getting through some other hurdles and all that stuff. So yeah, while this was happening, yeah, I'm really surprised at how Sonic Mania did actually came out on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and as well as PC. Well, usually this is actually the first ever Sonic game to be revealed on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So quite surprised actually. I don't know if it's going to be a downloadable version per se, Defi, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that it'll be coming until during that download, I think. Oh, Superstar coming through Egg Max. I'll just go toss that shell behind. Speed shoes. Speed shoes, here we come. And a Starman! Nice. And it looks like Dr. Eggman got temporarily stunned. Oh my goodness, you got so many Starmans. I don't know why I got so many of these Starmans, including speed boosters as well. Yeah, I'm guessing you might have become incredibly lucky for that part, even then that Sonic did actually lost by 9 seconds. Now we move on to the final event of the entire game, and also the final event in that Galaxy circuit is Dream Platform. Now, Dream Platform might actually be one of my favorite Dream events of the entire game. And this takes place in Tropical Reef diving area. So, controls-wise, you'll be using both the Wiimote and Nunchuck, or the Wiimote on its own. Well, basically, you're going to have to maneuver the character with the control stick. And if you somehow use the Wiimote and Nunchuck, you can actually hold the Wiimote level to increase some of the speed and all that. Or you can actually just literally just, you know, move the characters with the control stick. And just like the ones in Trampoline, that if you actually come across into those colorful rings, then you can actually perform some certain tricks like A and B buttons and twist the Wiimote and all by itself. And then also that you actually come across into items like dash mushrooms, Bellier, explosions, bombs, and red shell. Red shell can actually hit the opponents and blocks, and then explosions can destroy blocks, and then Bellier can actually do with no damage for 5 seconds, and then mushroom can actually do some speed up for 5 seconds. So yeah, let's get started. And then we somehow ended up onto that very, very familiar ship right there, or in this case a blimp. And then Sonic's going to be using this little life jacket here because we're going to be diving into the water at the very end. This part kind of reminds me of Knuckles Chaotix's bonus stages, including the I don't know what the other Sonic game is going to be involved with this too, but I'm pretty sure it's actually Knuckles Chaotix bonus stages, very similar for that regard. So yeah, once you perform those tricks correctly, if you actually go for those rings, and you actually get yourself some points. But unfortunately, we actually did failed on that part. But if you perform this, like a few amount of tricks and all that, you get yourself some bonuses every time when you actually perform some of this stuff just right. Like, take for instance, we got some bonuses like 250 points. That's actually pretty cool for that regard. So yeah, yeah, you can use the items like the red shells to actually temporarily stun those opponents, or in this case, destroy some blocks and all that. Sometimes you might actually end up missing those rings every time when you speed up, Because even then though, that even though when you actually try to perform really well, sometimes that you can't necessarily go far right or far left or even up and down. So anyway, I guess one more thing we just have to mention before we end things off is that recently we actually saw a new film called Ice Age Collision Course. In this case, Ice Age 5, whatever you want to call it. But we'll explain more into that when we actually get to the next video, because right now, after when you actually just try to land in the water, the game ends. And also it tells you how much points you actually get yourselves from, I don't know, performing some diving from, you know, just dodging some obstacles. If you actually try to get hit by the blocks, you will subtract points, so be careful. I believe egg flippers can also do that. So yeah, that concludes our Galaxy Circuit, and surprisingly, we've now claimed ourselves a trophy after all that miserable experience during 3 years ago. But hey, at least we got it now. So, award ceremony for Galaxy Circuit. Dr. Wakeman, he's in 3rd place.
Just made it.
Sonic, he's in 2nd place. And Amy Rose claims a Galaxy Circuit, which is quite cool for the looks of it, for their trophy design. So, yeah, I'm really impressed with you two to actually just claim that trophy for that part. Yeah, we'll take a break, sure enough. So, anyway, now we actually have Universal Circuit, which is actually the 5th circuit in Master's Class. In addition to that, since we actually play all of the events, this means we get ourselves a full play emblem, which basically requires you to play all of these regular events. So yeah, how about that? So as for this point onwards, there's no new events available, so it's just literally all of these events are locked now. So yeah, I think we'll have to end things off here. So next time on Let's Play Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is that we're about to be approached into Universal Circuit. And thank you, Rosalina, for joining us for this video. Would you like to meet us at some point in the future? Absolutely. I will definitely seriously say right now that I will be joining in the Maxi Toys servitor at this point in time. So yeah, I'm really impressed with you. So anyways, see you then, Rosalina. Yeah, see you guys then. See you guys soon. Anyways, see you guys next time. Later, fellas. See you guys then.